Hello trumpet players! Welcome to this week's lesson. We're going to talk a little bit more about exercises on how to practice. We're going to talk a little bit more about, a lot more actually, about articulation and phrasing in the piece we're working on for both Trumpet 1 and Trumpet 2. I will be playing both Trumpet 1 and Trumpet 2, not at the same time obviously, but today I would like you both, Trumpet 1s and Trumpet 2s, to play along with the other part. Play your part. So if you're playing Trumpet 2, when I play Trumpet 1, I would like you to play Trumpet 2 along with me, focus on harmony. As I play Trumpet 2, I would like Trumpet 1 to also play along with us to focus on the harmony as well. So, first off, we are going to start with our normal warm-up, right? Put it on audible. 80 beats per minute, 8 beats each note, rest 8 beats, play again. Full octave up. 1, 2, ready? So there it is. There's our 8-beat, 8-note scale. Before you pause me and go back and work on that, I want to make it clear, when we play 8 beats, we play to the end of the 8th beat. We do not play until we say 8 in our head, right? What I see a lot of you doing in your video is this. And you cut off right when you hit the 8th beat. That is not playing the 8th beat. That's playing 7 beats and stopping at 8. What I need you to do is play all the way through the 8th beat until you say 9 in your head, right? Until the 9th beat. So, so you are stopping right after the 8th beat. It's like if you opened a door and you were supposed to walk through the door, and you opened the door and stepped right where the door was. You have not completed your task. You have not walked through the door, you have walked to the door. I don't want you to walk to 8 beats. I want you to walk through 8 beats until you hit the 9th beat. So work on that. Also use this to expand your range. Start at your high C, keep working up. So things like this, right? Where you go from high C, up to D, which is just your finger, one finger. E, which is open. Keep it controlled, don't play it too loud. F is just your first finger again. G is open again. Keep going. And that's where my range, consistently stops. I can hit a G and maintain it, but go on up to a G, to a high A, where it's I can hit it. but I can't maintain it for 8 beats without getting real dizzy. So that's somewhere I'm expanding my range. I go from my lowest note all the way up to my very highest note that I can control. So you might not be able to get to a G, you might not even be able to get to an E, but if you can get to a D, reach it. So we are talking today, I wanted to do one more exercise. You might remember this from class. I don't think we have had any new trumpet players join the school. So I'm going to set us to 60 beats per minute. Play the exercise through, just so you can hear it. This is our do, do, re, do, do, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. You might remember this. So get ready. 1, 2, ready. So you're basically playing a quarter note scale, adding one note each time you go up. So it's do, then you add do, re, do, then you add mi, do, re, mi, re, do. And every time you hit that bottom do, it's a 2-beat do. So work with that exercise, get your lips going. That's something that is really helpful to your breathing. You should not be breathing while you are going up or down the scale, only after your low do. That is the only time I breathe if you watch me. Right? Sometimes I just, even at the beginning, choose not to breathe until I think the 3rd or 4th time around. So work on your air consumption with that. Now, not to belabor the point, we are on to the piece. Today we are talking about our breathing when we do this, focusing on only breathing where the breath marks say. So, to bring this up, there is a breath mark at measure 20, end of 22, another one at the end of 26, another not until 30. So obviously you don't play anything from 29 to 33, but I want to focus on us playing with beautiful tone. I want to focus on us playing with good articulation and good dynamics. So I have made this abundantly clear multiple times. Trumpet players inherently think they're the most important person in the band, which is not true a lot of the time. Measure 19, we have to decide whether or not we are the most important part happening at that time. What other instrument should we be hearing and listening for, which will give you a hint as to what other instrument to go and practice with the track of. So, let's pull up this music. Let's go to my Spotify. Let's not listen to a podcast together because we do not need to. Let's go to my beginning band playlist, Air and Dance. So, we know we do not begin right at the beginning of the piece. So we will play from the beginning. I'm playing trumpet 1 right now, but trumpet 2 should also be rehearsing with me, reading trumpet 2 music. So we're at measure 3. Just be counting in your head, keeping beat, tapping if you need to. So we're at 8. Coming up to 11. So, do not focus right now on your part. Listen to everything we just heard around us. Now, are you the most important thing? Discuss amongst yourselves. Are you the most important thing happening at this very moment? The answer is no. The low brass have the melody at 19, actually. The ba, 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 ba. I believe trumpet 2. Trumpet 2 actually has the melody. Trumpet 1, you are playing a high harmony. You are not playing the melody at this point, so you are not the most important thing. You should be able to hear the baritone horn, euphonium, trombone, and in the recording, a baritone sax and a bassoon playing before you. So you need to focus on how can I get these notes, which are in the middle of your range, to sound soft and smooth. Now let's rewind a little bit. So just for your information, right around 57 seconds is where your part begins. When we do it this time, make sure you are articulating with your phrase markings. Try to slur as much as humanly possible. Do not breathe unless there's a breath mark. You can tongue hardly between the phrases, so they're 2-measure phrases, so you can tongue to separate those, but do not breathe in between the phrases unless there is a breath mark. Ready? 19. You might also notice at 27, you line back up trumpet 1 and trumpet 2. Measure 27 is the same for both of you. So with twice as many of you playing it, you can back off it. Now, I'm also noticing I'm a little bit sharp. So make sure you're tuning as you go. There we go. So I'm going to play the trumpet 2 part, do the exact same thing there. Ready? Trumpet 1, you're still playing, but you're playing your part. That's above my part. I'm going to back that up a little bit. Don't want to miss my entrance. I'm going to miss it again. Trumpet 2. Just because you have the melody here does not mean you are the most important person playing the melody. Low brass is way more important here. Low brass wait their entire careers to have a melody. So do not step on their feet. If you are louder than a baritone horn or a trombone here, you're not doing your job supporting the other members of the band. So what I would like you to do this week, it's a nice easy assignment, right? I want you to expand your range, playing those exercises that we worked on, the long tone exercise, and I want you to once again record measures 19 through 33 with the recording this time. So about 80 beats per minute, it's almost exactly 80 beats per minute. Re-record measures 19 to 33, and then in 30 seconds to a minute, explain to me how you have gotten better. Explain to me what you have focused on with your technique this week. You can take answers from what I have talked about in the past 3 lessons. You have almost a full hour of lessons recorded right now on trumpet. So explain to me what you have worked on. Choose at least one other instrument to go and watch the lesson of and play along, playing your part. And then tell me what you need to continue to work on this section to make it as perfect as you possibly can. If you have any questions, email me, send me a chat on Google Hangouts. I am around. I will talk to you during our next meeting.